Right now at Gap Factory and Banana Republic Factory, save 50 to 70% off everything in stores and online. That's right, 50 to 70% off everything. Celebrate the 4th with dresses from $19.99 at Banana Republic Factory. And at Gap Factory stores, tees start at $4.99. Plus, save an extra 40% off clearance. Sale ends Tuesday. Search our store locator for your nearest Gap Factory and Banana Republic Factory store or shop us online.
Hi, this is Jeff Altman, the Big Game Hunter, and you're listening to No BS Hiring Advice Radio. I'm sorry I haven't done the show in the last 2 weeks. Frankly, my schedule was such it just wasn't possible. You know how it is. Sometimes life gets in the way. Last week, for example, I had a flight out early on Thursday, a lot of things to take care of before I left for a few days to attend the conference in Denver. And, when all is said and done, I just couldn't get it into the schedule. So I want to start off with that apology. I hope you enjoyed today's show, which, by the way, is being brought to you by two sponsors. Audible. If you go to audibletrial.com/thebiggamehunter and sign up for a free trial, you'll receive a free audio book as part of that trial. And I know you like audio. You listen to this podcast. Maybe you listen to a couple of my others as well. So, again, check out Audible at audibletrial.com/thebiggamehunter. My second sponsor is consultingassignments.com, which is a site where you can find and fill consulting assignments, full-time consulting positions, temp to perm and contract to hire opportunities anywhere in the world completely free. Where posting a job or a resume is free, searching them and the ability to contact one another is free. The only thing the site charges for is if you're going to feature a job or a resume, it is a whopping $10 for 30 days. And believe it or not, the price will go down from there. They've told me about an upcoming price increase, but they haven't announced the date for it. So I just simply say, take advantage of it at $10 for 30 days while you can. Baseball season is starting in less than 2 weeks. Pitchers and catchers have come in. Players have been getting ready. We've had a lot of players already sent out or cut. And it gave me the idea of doing a show working off a baseball theme. Now, one thing I know from baseball and other sports is that it's pretty common for a team to get off to a slow start and then have to start making decisions. And the decision is whether or not to upgrade the team or to sell it off. Basically bringing a bunch of young players to play or to really bring in better talent to be able to successfully compete. Now, when I look at many of your firms and I see the talent that's there, you've got some great people in place. And you've got some B performers and you've got some C's and worse. Now, there's a point in many people's careers where all the advice and all the counseling that you give them isn't going to do crap for them. It just doesn't. And if you're like the Yankees, who for years, well, I'm not going to say the Yankees today, but maybe the Dodgers today and the Yankees in the past, and you had a good player in a particular position, someone who did, quote, well enough, well, maybe it's time that you need to upgrade the roster. Because as an organization, one of the hardest things that you have to contend with is being an also-ran in your field. You're doing okay, but you could be doing a lot better. And it may be time to improve the roster and make some trades. Improve that right fielder. Improve that developer on the team. I assume that you would have given them notice or had managers talk with them about improving performance, because you don't want to just come in like a bolt out of the blue and fire people willy-nilly. What you want to be doing is, frankly, looking at the talent pool that's available at a given time, deciding who can improve the roster, both in terms of skill level, both in terms of fit within your organization, someone who'll be excited about being there. Now, I spent a lot of time at an agency in New York, and I joined there like a bat out of hell. And after a number of years, they numbed me out. And I just didn't perform at the same level I had up until that point or after, but it was great for them. They thought it was terrific. The fact is, I know the difference. And if I were my manager, I might have looked at me very differently and said, what's happened? Excuse me, what's happened? You're a 280 hitter, and that's pretty good. But when we hired you, you're batting 345. What can we do to get your performance back up to previous levels? You have to think of your roster of players the same way I do, and look at them in terms of, okay, what can we be doing to improve our performance, to get better results, to get a better caliber of individual? And again, I want to be clear. You're starting off by talking with the individual, as I did in that simple example of, you're doing pretty well. You batted 285, but when we hired you, you were a 345 hitter. So think in terms of starting to interview people to see how you can improve performance. Frankly, the first time you do this, it will scare the living daylights out of folks. And people will step up their game once they start seeing that you're interviewing again, because they'll figure out pretty quickly by who you get involved in the process as to whether or not this is an addition or, in point of fact, a replacement. And since it's going to be a replacement, it's going to have an impact on the people in that organization that's going to cause them to want to perform at a higher level. So think about it for a minute. Do you want to be an also-ran? Do you want to be a middle-of-the-pack team in your division? Or do you want to go for the gold and be a champion? I'm Jeff Altman. I want to do a short show today, get back into the swing of things. I want to encourage you, if you try to fill positions, contact me, call me. My number is 646-374-8656. Let's speak about the positions you're recruiting for. I'd love to help you. Or if you like, send me an email at jeffaltman@thebiggamehunter.us. Let's figure out a time to talk. I'd love to help you firm staff positions. If we're not already connected on LinkedIn, send a connection request at linkedin.com/IN/TheBigGameHunter. I accept connection requests from people worldwide, except if you're a third-party recruiter or in a country known for scams or spam. Then I won't do it. Finally, sometimes an organization just has to do things differently. Sometimes you may need advice. Sometimes you just need to go to the outside to bring people on that aren't part of your culture. I've got an MSW, Master's in Social Work. I practiced as a therapist for a number of years. I have a way of assessing people different than most. I'm an ally, not a salesperson, even though I do sell, obviously. But I work to support you and would like to help you. Again, my number is 646-374-8656. Love to help you. Hope you have a great day.
You're a business owner.
Check.
You have business owner's insurance.
Check.
And 10 years ago, that wouldn't have been enough. Today, small businesses are being targeted and taken down by hackers. Medical offices, consultants, CPAs, any business that's built success has everything to lose. You probably have cybersecurity installed on your computer.
Check.
But you probably don't have cyber insurance. Coverage against loss and damage if your data is compromised. Cyber Policy covers that gap. Cyberpolicy.com shops the leading cyber insurers to find you the right policy at the right price to avoid a catastrophe. Coverage against loss and damage if your data is compromised. Get a custom quote today in just 4 minutes. And for a limited time, use the promo code BLOGTALK to get Norton's small business protection for up to 5 devices. Free when you sign up for cyber insurance. Plan, prevent, insure. Visit cyberpolicy.com. That's cyberpolicy.com.
Right now at Gap Factory and Banana Republic Factory, save 50 to 70% off everything in stores and online. That's right, 50 to 70% off everything. Celebrate the 4th with dresses from $19.99 at Banana Republic Factory. And at Gap Factory stores, tees start at $4.99. Plus, save an extra 40% off clearance. Sale ends Tuesday. Search our store locator for your nearest Gap Factory and Banana Republic Factory store or shop us online.